Introducing the Bluetooth indicator made by Weigh-Tronix Model 660, compatible with mobile apps. Before you power up your Weigh-Tronix 660, let's cover the essentials to keep you safe. The 660 is a robust agricultural weigh indicator, but like any electronic device, safety comes first. Remember, the unit contains no user repairable parts. If something goes wrong, please contact us. Electrical warnings are serious. Improper handling can lead to serious injury. Always disconnect power before maintenance. If you're working in wet conditions, use the proper protective sockets. The indicator uses internal batteries. Never expose them to excessive heat and replace only with manufacturer-approved types. Routine calibration is critical. Depending on your application, check calibration often to ensure safe and accurate operation. Safety isn't just a checklist, it's the foundation of reliable weighing. With these precautions, you're ready to move on to installation. Let's unbox the Weigh-Tronix 660 and get it set up. Inside the box, you'll find the 660 indicator, 2 PCB jumpers, Bluetooth QR code stickers, and your manual. Power options include a 12 to 24 VDC input or optional AC adapter. Always connect to a properly grounded outlet. For mounting, use the quick detach bracket. Choose a location that's convenient, safe, and keeps the display visible. Bolt the bracket securely, then slide the indicator into place. For mobile setups, add a stabilizing wire through the slotted hole. Once mounted, connect the power cable. If the plug doesn't seat correctly, rotate it gently until the guiding keys align. Installation is straightforward, but precision matters. With your 660 mounted and powered, you're ready to explore its features. Ready to turn on your Weigh-Tronix 660? Let's look at the two power options. By default, the 660 uses the front panel on-off key. Once connected to power, press the on-off button to activate the indicator. If you prefer the unit to stay on continuously, you can enable Always On mode. This requires installing a jumper inside the indicator. Once set, the 660 powers up automatically whenever connected to a supply. To turn the unit off in normal mode, press and hold the on-off key for 5 seconds. You'll see a countdown before shutdown. For battery-powered options, the 660 includes power-saving features. You can enable auto shut-off in the admin menu to conserve energy during long idle periods. Whether you choose manual control or always on, the 660 adapts to your workflow. Now let's explore how to connect your scale and its peripherals. Connecting your scale and devices to the 660 is simple once you know the ports. For the scale input, the 660 offers two connector types, the 5-pin AWT and the 4-pin amp. These handle excitation, signal, and shielding for your load cells. On the communications side, the 660 comes with a DB9 port, a USB port, and Bluetooth connectivity. This lets you connect printers, remote displays, computers, or mobile devices. The DB9 supports two RS-232 channels and configuring input and output lines. If you need multiple devices, use the optional serial splitter junction box to separate channels. The USB port is perfect for firmware updates or connecting external storage, while the Bluetooth makes mobile integration seamless. With scale communication and ports ready, your 660 can integrate into almost any agricultural setup. Next, we'll cover calibration, the key to accurate weighing.
Not only is there a Bluetooth radio with this indicator, there are also certain ports that allow for communication. So there is a DB9 connector there. There are the 5-pin connectors on this specific one. It also has the 4-pin amp style. And then there's the power. And then the USB, which can be used for firmware and software updates.
Accurate weighing starts with proper calibration. Let's see how to set up your 660. The Weigh-Tronix 660 offers several calibration methods through the remote assistance app, directly in the indicator, or via the admin menu. Calibration ensures your readings match your actual load. Routine checks are essential, especially in agricultural environments where conditions change. To calibrate, you'll need to have a known test weight, follow the prompts on the indicator or app to record 0. Apply the test weight and confirm span. The indicator stores configuration numbers, so once calibrated, you can quickly verify or adjust settings without starting from scratch. Remember, calibration frequently depends on usage. Heavy or frequent loads may require more regular checks. Calibration keeps your 660 precise and trustworthy. Now let's walk through the everyday weighing operations you'll use most often. Next, we'd like to go over the calibration. So select the hamburger menu in the top left, go to Service, And then instead of entering a password, hit OK. And then there are calibration options to select: using known weights, manual input calibration, calibration diameter, ag configuration, and high resolution weight. Using a known weight, you can zero the display and then put a known weight on the display. Let's go to manual input calibration. Choose a value. To select the number of weigh bars. And then you can send the span. We'll back out of this. You can use the calibration diameter, which is labeled on each one of the weigh bars. There is a sticker on the top side. So if we select the number of weigh bars, and then choosing a value, yes, and then we can go down and select the appropriate calibration diameter. Now it's not the actual diameter of the bar, it is the calibration diameter sticker that you're looking for. And then send span, and then it will calibrate based on that information. The most common calibration menu is the ag configuration, which allows you to put in a custom configuration code. So it is the traditional 9/8 and then the 10-pound increment for this example, so we put a 3 in there. We'll provide you with this information when necessary. Send custom. And that's a traditional way to calibrate. And then to figure the adjustment, you'll take the actual weight divided by the incorrect weight and take whatever that error percentage ends up being. So if it's 1.01 or 0.98, you take that times 36,000 and adjust up or adjust down accordingly. Now that your 660 is calibrated, let's explore the everyday functions you'll use. Start with the 0. Press the 0 key to clear any residual weight on the scale. Use gross weighing to see the total load, and switch to net weighing when you've applied a tare. The tare lets you subtract container weight, giving you the net product weight. The GN cycles between gross, net, and gross total, handy for tracking multiple loads. Printing is simple. Press the print key to output weight data in one of 10 formats. Format 3 is the factory default. For bulk operations, use load, unload, and auto accumulation to track multiple transactions automatically. Finally, AutoLock locks in a stable weight reading, even if the load is moving slightly. The basic operations make weighing fast, accurate, and efficient. Next, we'll look at how the remote mobile app extends your 660's capabilities.
Here is the basic functionality of the 660 indicator. So there's the on-off button, there's the tare button, there's the gross button, which is also the net button, and then there's the 0, the print, the memory plus, and then the hold menu that allows you to get into menu options, as well as the dual functionality as holding onto a weight if you have tremendous movement, as far as if you're going over some rough terrain.
Did you know you can control your Weigh-Tronix 660 right from your phone? Let's see how. The Remote Assist app connects directly to the 660 via Bluetooth. Start by downloading the app from the official site or app store. Once installed, scan the QR code sticker included with your indicator to pair your device. The app lets you view active scale fields, navigate menus, and even send or receive files. You can also adjust settings, monitor diagnostics, and receive text prompt messages directly on your phone. This makes calibration, configuration, and reporting faster and more convenient. No need to be at the indicator panel. With Remote Assist, your 660 is always within reach. Now let's explore the menus that lets you customize the indicator to your operation. When looking at the app from top to bottom, we see the Avery Weigh-Tronix logo, and below that we see the scale, and then it has the model number, and then it has the capacity as well as the increment size of 10 pounds. We have the serial number. It is in the gross mode. Note that it is not legal for trade. We have the software version, the accumulation channel, channel name, gross total, gross average, transaction count, and then there's the Memory Plus button to add a transaction. There's the Memory Minus to delete the transaction. There's also the virtual hold key, the print totals, the tare, select, 0, and then the units.
Okay, next we would like to connect our device to the indicator. So you can use a QR code, or you can use the Add Bluetooth Device button and then start scanning, and then the device is listed, and then I can name it. Then I'll tap OK. And then the pairing process is as simple as that.
Want to unlock advanced features on your 660? Let's dive into the menus. The user menu covers basics like time, date, diagnostics, backlight, and Ethernet settings. The supervisor menu adds control over load-unload functions, accumulation, auto-lock, input settings, and print formats. It also includes reset options and mobile integration. The administrator menu is the most advanced. Here you'll find setup options, diagnostics, audit trails, and system information. Each menu requires different access levels, so operators, supervisors, and administrators can manage the indicator according to their responsibilities. Customizing menus ensures the 660 works exactly the way you need, from simple weighing to complex data management. Menus give you the power to tailor the 660 to your workflow. In the next episode, we'll look at technical illustrations and maintenance tips to keep your indicator running smoothly. Some other noteworthy features with the 660 app is in the hamburger menu. Select that. Then you can go to General App Settings. You can include date on stored transactions, include time, auto reconnect, CSV file formats, language, report title. We will clear out of that. We'll go back to the hamburger menu. You can go into configuration. The division is the display weight, how it counts. So display count, so if you want it in 5, 10, etc. pounds. Auto lock would be used for a livestock scale setting to where it would grab the weight. There's the auto accumulation. So even within that frame of mind or within that application, it could grab, the indicator would grab the weights and then store them into the memory field. And then there's the print format, which you can choose. It's on the standard. Let's back out of this menu and then go back. And you can, from the root menu, you can go in and select device keys. On the device keys that are on the display down at the bottom of the app, right now there's the tare, the select, the 0, the units. You can then add the print, the export, or the storage buttons. We'll back out of this, explore more of the menu, send, receive files. There's a calibration file, there's an archive file, and then there's an error file that you can send out. Back out of that, go back to the menu, and then in the About section, it'll have all the particulars displaying the firmware version, some other software information within the application are listed there as well. So this is the basic functionality of the app. What will be nice about this app and this device as far as the 660 is concerned, it should be able to bridge and work with other apps very easily. So there can be a lot of supplementary apps that could come along, grab the weight from it, and put it into different applicable or appropriate application categories. So many of the different types of equipment and record keeping capabilities would work just fine with this. Behind the scenes, the Avery Weigh-Tronix 660 is built for durability. Let's look at its design and how to keep it running smoothly. The manual includes detailed technical illustrations, the enclosed assembly, parts kit list, system block diagram, and jumper settings. These diagrams help technicians understand the internal layout and wiring. The 660 also supports remote inputs and outputs, making it flexible for integration with other agricultural systems. Routine maintenance is essential. Always power down and disconnect the indicator before cleaning it or servicing. For cleaning, wipe the exterior with a damp cloth or mild detergent. Avoid harsh solvents, abrasives, or spraying the liquid directly on the display. Check calibration often based on usage to ensure safe and accurate operation. Battery care is critical. Replace only with approved types and dispose of used batteries according to manufacturer instructions. With proper care and maintenance, your 660 will deliver reliable performance season after season. This concludes our series. Now you're ready to master the Avery Weigh-Tronix 660.